Coach Brian, how are you?
I'm great.
How old are you?
I'm 45 this year.
45 years old. What does 45 feel like?
Not good right now. I just think I tore my shoulder yesterday.
Ouch. How'd you do that?
I was squeezing a baseball choke on one of my strongest guys, and I think I squeezed really hard. I think my joints just aren't what they used to be, and yeah.
Was it, so I assume it was a no-gi baseball choke.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like hitting the no-gi baseball choke better than the regular baseball choke?
Yeah. Well, I don't train in the gi anymore.
Okay.
So I haven't trained in the gi in at least 5 years.
Okay. Coach Brian, you're probably gonna think this is ridiculous, but the baseball choke's my favorite choke.
Oh, that's awesome.
Would it be ridiculous if we asked Coach here to film me and you do the baseball choke on me? Would it be ridiculous?
I mean, the whole world is ridiculous.
There you go. Show me your no-gi baseball choke.
I got to do.
Where am I?
I can do my right. Okay. Yeah, I can do this one because my left one's screwed. No, you're good right there. I'll just have to do it from the bottom. I'll do it from my back because it's a little easier. Oh, it's pretty simple. You lock, and then
How are we grabbing the grip?
I'm just using a palm to palm.
Okay.
Now
you win?
your arms.
You want his first match?
Your palm to palm is the best grip.
Okay.
And again, entries matter probably more than the move itself.
Sure.
The move is pretty simple, as you probably already know if you're a black belt. So I just lock, and then I always try to bring this hand around so that my elbow's here. And that way now I can close. And then, of course, more detail would be, again, I don't want to move my left shoulder very much, but I'm going to walk and I'm going to turn and get on my side. So I didn't do that right now. I just squeezed, but I need to get here because once I'm on my side, now there's this kind of narrow position as opposed to here where I'm actually like bench pressing more rather than if I'm here, I'm really not doing much and I can pull my elbows and do the scissor.
But I like that detail that you showed me.
Maybe. If you got something, I'm happy for you. You know, I mean,
Oh,
it's
believe me,
not,
I'm gonna geek out on it.
you're-
I geek
yeah,
out on your
but you're
videos all
already,
the time.
but if you're already a black belt, I mean, like it's nothing fancy.
What advice would you give your 15-year-old self? Think back to when you were 15 wrestling. What would you tell him?
I would tell him, you got to believe in yourself. You can do anything. You got to get after it now and not waste any time. Because the obvious, after what I just said, is that I never believed in myself for a lot of years.
Okay.
I never believed at all that I could be anything. And I thought I was just mediocre. And I didn't realize that it has to do with stacking over time. Lesson after lesson after lesson, you get better, that you really, really can change. I almost felt like change couldn't occur. People were who they were, and some guys were talented and they would succeed, and others that weren't as talented that I thought was myself. I just needed to find something that I was good at. But then I realized I'm good because I put in the work. So that's what I would tell my 15-year-old self.
Great advice. Great advice. You know there's a big difference between good and great, right? I saw this video with Deion Sanders yesterday, and he was talking about that. About a lot of people, they're good, but very few are great. And that greatness is, it creates this huge separation. But the reason I say that is that we have to give ourselves that permission, right, to be great, right? And a lot of times we stop ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Is it what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just, I don't know if I could have without, it would have needed to come even earlier in life to change the way I am. But I started at 15. So so when you bring up the number 15,
Yes.
it's in my head right away. That was my start. And I even thought about it this morning. It's funny how
The universe.
I really thought about this morning. I thought I wasn't brought up to kill. And I'm not, some people are afraid of that phrase. Like, oh, you shouldn't teach a kid to kill. And what I mean is, like, I was thinking about myself at 15, and then one of my best friends that was a great wrestler. He wanted, and I know I got this memory because I was watching this wrestling at Masters, and I saw a guy wrestling so hard, pumping himself up before the match, and I thought, I would never do that. Like, I would never, like, this guy looked like he was a lion, like he was ready to go. He wanted to get out there and beat this other dude down, like he stole something. And I thought, that wasn't me. And I'm a super nice guy, but I am like that. I've become that way. And I think we all have that within us. Maybe it was my upbringing was too nice, but I'm also very thankful of my upbringing.
Sure.
So, but what I learned through martial arts and wrestling and everything is, and these combat sports, you got to get after it. You have to really, I don't want to use the wrong words, but you have to almost, it's weird, it's a feeling of, I'm just going to say it like this, it's almost like a feeling of contempt for your opponents, and you know, that's kind of how I feel today. Even though I shake hands and I'm done, I'm very, very kind. I believe in kindness.
Yes.
I didn't have that, and I think that suppressed my growth for a very long time. It took 5 to 10 years to really get going to where I could believe in myself. And so that's why I feel like I turned out pretty good, but I know I probably could have been a little bit better. But
I'm so grateful.
Couldn't we all?
Man, right? If only we could turn back the clock and talk to that self.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.